Hello everyone. Today I am going to cover about limbic system and some functions of the limbic system. Limbus means a ring. So it is a part of the cortex and subcortical structures which forms a ring around the brain stem. Previously limbic system was called as a rhyencephalon because it was having a function related to the olfaction. Different structures of the limbic system are limbic lobe and subcortical nuclei. This is the diagram showing the limbic system. See, this is the limbic lobe and different subcortical structures below it. So, part of the limbic lobe are orbitofrontal cortex, then subcallosal gyrus, then cingulate gyrus, parahippocampal gyrus, and uncus. And different subcortical structures are para-olfactory area, septal area, anterior nuclei of thalamus, hypothalamus, amygdala, portion of basal ganglia, and hippocampus. Now, there are different axons, bundle of the axons which connects the different area of the limbic system. These are fornix, mammillothalamic tract, stria terminalis, stria medullaris thalami, and medial forebrain bundle. This connect the different areas of the limbic system with each other. This is the diagram showing Papez circuit. This we will discuss in the emotion, physiology of emotion. Different efferent projections of limbic system are from the cingulate gyrus, there are projection to the thalamus, then from thalamus to the hypothalamus, from hypothalamus to amygdala, hippocampus, and spinal cord. From amygdala and hippocampus, it projection to the bulbar reticular formation, and then from the bulbar reticular formation to the spinal cord. Unique features of limbic system are limbic system is having a little connection with the neocortex. So neocortical activity can modify the emotion, but the emotion cannot be turned on or turned off at will. It is having prolonged after discharge. So emotions are longer lasting because of the prolonged after discharge activity into the limbic system. Now, functions. There are list of functions of the limbic system. In this video, I will cover about physiology of emotion. Emotion is an aroused state of intense feeling, autonomic activation, and related behavior. There are different components of emotions: mental or sensory component, physical, expressive or peripheral component. Now, mental or sensory component are cognition, then affect, and conation. Cognition means perceiving the emotion. The type of the emotion is perceived. Affect means the development of the intense feeling according to the type of emotion perceived. And conation is a force which directs or urges to bring certain actions related to the emotion perceived. Now, physical, expressive or peripheral component of emotion. It is having autonomic part and a somatic part. Autonomic part can be of a sympathetic expression or parasympathetic expression. It is dependent on the type of the emotion perceived. In case of pleasant emotions, the sympathetic activation occurs, which causes increase in the heart rate and increase in the blood pressure, increase in the respiratory rate. In case of emotions which causes intense grief, in that case, or unhappiness, which causes activation of the parasympathetic part, decrease in the heart rate, decrease in the respiratory rate, fall in blood pressure, etc. Then somatic part of the peripheral component. In this, there is a skeletal muscle movement. it can be approaching the emotions or it can be avoiding the emotions. For example, if there is a noise of the crackers, if it is found pleasant or joyful by the person will move towards the site of the noise. Or if it is not pleasant or if it feels like avoiding the noise, in that case person will run away from the site of the noise. Then emotional behavior related to the different types of emotions perceived are, it can be fear and placidity, means a fleeing or avoidance reaction. In that the person will avoid different components of the autonomic and somatic part, which will cause the avoiding reaction by the person, means running away or escaping from the situation. It can be produced by the hypothalamic or amygdala stimulation. Then rage. It is associated with the fighting or attacking reactions like hissing, spiting, biting, clawing. These kind of reactions are associated with the rage reaction. It is because of the strong stimulation of the punishment centers of the brain. There is one more term called as a sham rage. Sham means false. So it occurs due to transaction of the brainstem above the level of the thalamus. In this, person will have a rage reaction, but it is not associated with any kind of emotions. So it is a rage without emotion. Sexual behavior, feeling of reward or punishment. Certain areas of the brain are acting as a reward centers and certain areas of the brain are acting as a punishment center. Whenever any emotion which causes a strong stimulation of reward centers of the brain, it will give a pleasant and joyful feeling. In case of a strong stimulation of the punishment center, it will give an unpleasant or a fearful feeling or escaping kind of feeling because of that particular type of emotion. Now, neural substrates of emotions, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. In central nervous system, there is a role of cerebral cortex, hypothalamus and amygdala. And in the peripheral nervous system, there is a role of autonomic nervous system and a somatic nervous system. Now let us go through the role of the cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex is important for the detailed processing of the emotion which is perceived. For example, whenever there is a noise and the person perceives the noise, at that time detailed processing about the noise will occur, like the type of the noise, whether it is joyful or it is not joyful, previous correlation from the memory, that what kind of noise it is. That kind of detailed processing will occur by the cerebral cortex. Then motor response during the emotional behavior, like if the noise perceived is joyful or if the person feels like approaching the site, in that case person will move towards it. And if it is like avoiding the situation and one should run away from the site of the noise, then it will be avoiding reaction, means running away from the site of the noise will occur. Then modulation, direction, understanding and inhibition of the emotional behavior. There are certain conditions where the motor response is not associated with the type of the emotions perceived. So these kind of modifications of the emotional behavior occurs. So person will judge according to the type of emotion perceived. Is it okay to have a further reactions according to the type of emotion perceived, or it should be inhibited? So that there comes the role of the cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex will cause modification and understanding of the emotion, and it can cause inhibition of the emotional behavior. Then there is a role of hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is considered as a main seat of emotions. This is Papez circuit. In the hypothalamus, there is a sensory input. Whatever emotions are there, it is having a thalamic sensory input to the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus will send the signals to the anterior thalamus. And anterior thalamus will send signal to the cingulate gyrus by mammillothalamic tract. Cingulate gyrus will receive the input from the association areas of the brain and it will send signals to the hippocampus, and hippocampus will give the output to the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus will send signals to the brainstem and spinal cord, and different behavior according to the emotions which has been perceived will occur. Now there is a role of amygdala. Amygdala coordinates the affective component of the emotion, that is the function of the cerebral cortex, and autonomic response of the emotions, that is the function of the hypothalamus. This is modified Pape's circuit. In the previous one which I had shown, in that there is no amygdala, there is no role of the amygdala. Here in the modified Pape's circuit, it has been studied that there is a role of amygdala, and it has been studied that sensory input to the hypothalamus, once it reaches to the anterior thalamus, it goes to the cingulate gyrus via mammillothalamic tract. Cingulate gyrus receives the input from the association area and orbitofrontal cortex, and it will send signal to the hippocampus. Now, hippocampus, which is associated with memory mainly, it will send the signals to the amygdala, and amygdala will send signal to the hypothalamus. Now, hypothalamus will send the output signals to the brainstem and spinal cord, and accordingly the emotional behavior will be executed. Now, there is a role of peripheral nervous system, autonomic nervous system as well as somatic nervous system. Autonomic component, you know, there is a parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. In case of a feeling of a joy or of something which is causing fear in the person, there will be strong sympathetic stimulation which will cause increase in the heart rate, increase in the respiratory rate, increase in the blood pressure, pupillary dilatation, etc. In case of unpleasant or avoiding situation, in that case there will be fall in the heart rate, fall in the blood pressure, fall in the respiratory rate. These kind of autonomic reactions will be there, along with the component of the somatic part, means the skeletal muscle behavior. If it is approaching situation, accordingly the muscular behavior will be there, and if it is avoiding, then flying away from the situation, that kind of muscular behavior will be there. Thank you.